recently gave you a tour of a $1 million penthouse view condo in Century City. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out right here. Now, everyone seemed to really love that video, so I want to follow up and show you what happened once we put that property on the market and how I used my secret 3-step formula to get multiple offers and sell this property for a record price. Let's go. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Danny Batsalkin, a real estate broker, business coach, and former attorney. And on this channel, I give you weekly insights into real estate and business, including my weekly show, Danny B Live, because my passion and my goal is to help you make great decisions in these areas in your life, whether you want to buy or sell real estate, or you're a real estate agent who wants to build an incredible business that's predictable, profitable, and fun. And if you're excited about these topics, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you're the first to know when we release our new videos every single week. And if you aren't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post all kinds of cool stuff every single day. All right, let's do this. So a while back, my real estate team, Discover Properties, listed this amazing penthouse view condo in Century City, which is a great pocket right in the middle of LA that has all kinds of shopping, office buildings, dining, and is really close to other amazing areas like Beverly Hills and Hollywood, and it's also just a short distance away from the beach. You could check out the full tour of that property right here. So, a lot of people have asked me to do a follow-up video to show you what happened once we put the property on the market. So let's do that today. But before I tell you exactly what happened, the first thing that is really important to know is that homes do not always sell for the same price, meaning that how a great real estate agent or team handles the sale of your property can drastically affect the final sales price. Believe it or not, as much as 1 to 10% up or down. Now that is a big deal. Think about it, you guys. On a $1 million property, 10% is $100,000. So we're talking about a lot of money that can change hands and a lot of money that can mean the difference in the sale price of your home. All right, so I'm about to reveal my secret 3-step formula for getting multiple offers and selling property for record prices. It's been tried, tested, and refined over the last 15 plus years in real estate. And for the first time, I'm gonna give it away. Are you ready? But before I do, you guys, if you're getting value from this video, please hit that like button so that YouTube shows this video to more people. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, hit subscribe and the bell icon so that you're the first to know when we release our new videos every single week. All right, so here it is, my secret 3-step formula. Let's do it. Step 1 is preparation, or properly preparing a home for sale. Many people make the mistake of simply listing their home without doing any preparation, and that is a huge mistake that can cost you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars when selling a home. I already gave you the example of this property. 10% is $100,000, so we really are talking about big money. Now think about it, you guys. If you were gonna sell your car, for example, would you just throw an ad up and show it to people in its current condition? Probably not, because your car's probably messy. Maybe it needs to get washed. Maybe you need to fix some minor dings and scratches, make the car look really clean, really pretty, take some beautiful photos, and then put it up for sale. Well, the same is true about real estate. Buyers typically don't have much of an imagination when it comes to property. And if they have to imagine the walls a different color because they're currently purple, or they have to think about what the property would look like without all of that cluttered mess that's there now. I'm not saying your home, I'm just saying in general. Or maybe they have to ignore the smell when they walk through that front door. Trust me, I've seen all of this and more. What happens if a buyer has to do any of those things? Instead of thinking about purchasing your home, they're thinking about all of these other things that they're gonna have to do and how that's gonna play out. And believe me when I tell you, what happens when a buyer needs to do that is that they either pass completely, move on and go find a different property, or they start thinking about how much of a discount they want on the property to make up for all of those things. And if you're selling your home, that is not what you want a buyer thinking about as they're looking around. For that reason, a big part of what we do at Discover Properties is take the proper time to prepare the property for sale. Now, the most common things that we typically suggest for our clients are painting, fixing any minor issues, decluttering, depersonalization, and the big one, staging. Now, I know what you're thinking. The most common question I get is, Danny, can I just sell my property the way it is today? Well, you certainly can, but you're probably going to sell the home for less money than you could have had, and it's probably going to take a little bit longer. Now, some of our clients don't really care about those things, and what they want is they want to sell the home in the current condition. They don't want to do any of this work, which is totally fine, and we've done that many times. I just want you to know and understand that you won't be maximizing the sales price when you do that. In fact, take a look at these two properties as an example. If you were a buyer, which one would you want to buy? That's pretty much all I need to say about that. Now, I do want to touch on something that I also get asked about all the time. How much does preparation cost, and do I need to pay that cost up front? The answer is that it definitely depends upon the property, because each house is very specific and very unique. But when we meet with our clients to discuss the sale of their home, that is one of the first things that we cover. Now, as far as costs, of course, you do have to pay the vendors up front for any prep work, but believe it or not, you may not have to personally front those expenses out of pocket. At Compass, which is the real estate brokerage that we're affiliated with at Discover Properties, there's an amazing program called Compass Concierge. When you take advantage of that program, all of your home prep costs can be paid for, and you can then pay them back at the close of the sale out of the proceeds, so it's not out of your pocket. And the best thing is that it's all at 0% interest with no costs or fees. I know that might sound too good to be true, but trust me, we've now used the program several times, and it really is that simple. Of course, certain restrictions apply. The terms change all the time, so please reach out to me if you want to find out more about Compass Concierge. Okay, so back to this condo. Now, in this case, our clients were amazing and really did a fantastic job of getting the property ready for sale. As you can see in these photos, the property's clean, it's decluttered, it really looks like a model home, and as a result, it attracted a lot of interest and a lot of potential buyers. So I think we did a great job in step one, preparation. Now, the second step in my secret formula for selling a home quickly and for the most money is pricing. Pricing a home, you guys, is really more art than science, but there are some basic principles to follow. Contrary to popular belief, the list price should not be the price that you want for the home. It also shouldn't be what you think the home is worth or what you need to sell the property for. As you can imagine, I hear these things all the time. But unfortunately, when selling a home, none of those things matter. In fact, there is only one goal when setting the list price for a property, and that's this. You need to set a price that will cause buyers to be interested and make an offer. That's it. Nothing else matters. And the worst thing you can do when pricing a property is to overprice it, because when you do that, buyers don't look at it, they go see other homes, and your home ends up sitting on the market for a long time and doesn't sell. Now, I'll tell you that having a lot of experience in real estate really does help here, but at the end of the day, this is all about understanding buyer psychology and how buyers think given current market conditions. Because what we need to do is figure out the price that will really make buyers say, hey, I see a ton of value here and I want to submit an offer. Those are the magic words. Okay, so back to our penthouse view condo. Let's take a look at this again. We took a look at recent sales, other properties on the market, and decided as a team that $999,000 would be a price that would attract a lot of interest from buyers. By the way, when you're selling a home, you find out pretty quickly if you chose the right price. In a normal market, within about a week to 2 weeks, you'll see whether you have a lot of interest and whether you get any offers. Now, I'll be the first to admit that we don't always get it right. Look, sometimes the market changes on us, sometimes we just didn't select the right price, but either way, we can quickly make appropriate adjustments to take advantage of the market when we're looking at all of the numbers and doing our research constantly. All right, so we prepared the home for sale and we've chosen the right price. The third secret step in selling the property quickly and for top market price is proper marketing. A lot of people think that marketing in real estate is not important, especially in a market that favors sellers like we're in right now. Hey, a lot of people say, just put the property on the multiple listing service or MLS, put a sign out in the yard, and the buyers will come. And boy, would those people be dead wrong. Look, there's a reason that big brands spend millions of dollars on marketing and advertising to get their message out to the consumer, even when they have a great product, even when everyone already knows about it. It's so that the consumer will continue to buy their goods and services. And it's really the same thing with real estate. Once you have the property prepared for sale well, and you've come up with a great sales price that will attract interest from a lot of buyers, you need to have a winning marketing plan that will allow all of those potential buyers to see the home. Otherwise, you've just wasted a lot of time. So at Discover Properties, we have a proven marketing plan that we've tested and refined over the last 15 plus years. And the key is that it's centered around active marketing, not just passive marketing like I talked about earlier. What I mean by that is that, for example, putting a home on the MLS is a passive activity. You put it on and then you wait. On the contrary, emailing our database of thousands of people with our new listing is active marketing. Calling or texting other agents who may have done transactions in that same area is active marketing. And most importantly, taking that YouTube video tour that you all liked and sending it out to potential buyers or agents is also active marketing. It's those types of things that really make a difference when selling a home. Okay, so let's take a look at our results. This is what you wanted to hear about. So we listed this property on May 26, 2020. Within 1 week, we had received 4 offers on the property. So clearly, our 3-step strategy of preparation, marketing, and pricing worked to perfection. By the way, I do want to touch on something interesting here. I believe that getting between 3 to 5 offers is really the sweet spot when you're selling a home. If you get less than that, then you probably did one of the 3 steps wrong, or maybe more than one of the 3 steps. And believe it or not, getting way more offers than 5 is not always better. See, if you get a ton of offers, that typically means that you drastically underprice the property. And then sorting through 20 offers on a property might sound exciting, but I guarantee you there's a lot of people in that mix that aren't really serious. And so now they will cloud the entire situation, and you, or the agent, has to figure out who's serious, who isn't, who's actually going to close, and who isn't. Now that does also vary by price point. So in the lower price points, what I find is that you're more likely to get more offers, which will be okay. Anyhow, in this case, I think we really nailed it. We got 4 offers, and over that next week, we negotiated with those 4 buyers to select not only the strongest buyer, but also the buyer that had the least risk and the greatest chance of closing escrow on the transaction, because that is very important. Yes, folks, by the way, if you watch reality TV shows like $1 Million Listing, you'll notice that in real life, the negotiation process also takes some time. It's not something that happens on a 15-minute phone call. I mean, it definitely can happen that way, but that's more fiction than reality. One other thing to discuss is that in this case, my real estate team actually represented one of the offers that came in on the property. So I want to touch on something called dual agency for a minute. So in California, where my team is primarily located, dual agency means that the same brokerage represents both the seller and the buyer in a real estate transaction. Now that can mean the same agent at that brokerage or different agents, but at the same brokerage. Dual agency is perfectly legal, perfectly ethical, and as long as all of the proper protocols and disclosures are followed, it is fantastic. And in my opinion, dual agency actually works better because there's less people involved, and in over 15 years of experience, I have never had an issue when we represent both parties in a transaction, whether that's another agent on our team or the same agent on both sides. Of course, now I have to knock on wood to make sure that it stays that way. Anyhow, within 2 weeks of listing the property, we had an accepted offer and it was at the list price. And about 40 days after that, we closed escrow. Both the seller and the buyer were ecstatic at the result, and we really do have happy clients all around. All right, you guys, so look, things don't always go this smoothly, but I will tell you, when our secret 3-step process is followed, preparation, pricing, and marketing, the odds of a successful outcome go way up. And on that note, if you're currently thinking about selling your home or maybe trading up into something larger, or maybe you want to move to a different area, a different school district, or perhaps because of the pandemic, you want to move to a different city or a different state altogether, we would love to have a chat with you. Just hop on over to discoverproperties.com, that's DSCVR Properties, book a free virtual real estate consultation. The link for all of that is in the description below, and we'll see if we can help you achieve your real estate goals. And there you have it, the 3-step process we follow to get multiple offers and sell homes for record prices. If you're still here watching the video, I really want to thank you. If you've gotten value, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified about all of our videos every single week. Also, be sure to check out these 2 videos that I think you might like, and I will see you on the next video.